Yes, I'm ready. So do you guys hear me clearly, right? Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Before I start the webinar, I would like to thank my professor for creating this webinar for me. This is my first opportunity here in front of the crowd, 16 people here. The topics I am going to talking about is the genre-based approach in writing for beginner level. Okay. Uh, I recorded by myself, actually. Okay, let's move on. So we're gonna talk about the back. I am gonna talk about the background first. So I went to observe with the students that are pre-service teacher at the Wat Dusitaram High School. The problem was the student had been studying online for 2 years. Some students say it was really easy. It was really hard to study because there were many troubles during studying online, such as the internet noise and studying materials. And last time I asked them about the basic English, and they couldn't even answer that. Like the the teacher meta what is the problem the same side me. And for me as pre-service teacher, I think the genre-based approach is really appropriate for the basic English student. So what is sorry, why do students learn to write first? For the first one is for studying purpose, prepare for test and exam. The second is to study further, like when you wanna recruit in the university, maybe university provide you to write an essay. The topic is like why you wanna join this university and what is your strength and weakness. The question properly like that. And if you know the writing skill, it would be great for you. And the expression, some people write the letter for express his feeling or their feeling, like they like do some poem. They don't have people to talk to, so they just write on the book, like remove some trouble from through the book, something like that. And what is genre-based approach? You guys probably hear that for first time, right? Me too. I just um, researched that like 2 or 3 weeks ago. Okay, let's see what is that. The genre-based approach is concerned with providing students with explicit knowledge about language. This approach explicitly teaches different text types and their features, allows students to apply this knowledge to the construct complete text. So there are four steps to teach the student with the genre-based approach. The first one is building knowledge of the field. Two is modeling of the text. Three, joint construction of the text. Four, independent construction of the text. The first one is really easy, guys. Building knowledge of the field. The first one is the teacher should get attention from the warm-up stage. If you teach in the grade 4 or to grade 6, the warm up stage is really important because students love to do some activity before studying, like the movement activity. You maybe sing a song for them, let them sing a song together, let them run, walk, raise your hand, anything that get the attention from the student. This is really important for the young learner. And the second one is the teacher choose type of genre that is appropriate for the student. And this is really important too. If you teach the writing, you should be at the some interesting topic about the animals, fables, um, my hobby, my family, my favorite food, something like that. Because in the young learner, they always like the fables. Uh, what else? Mm, yeah, something like that. And the next one is the text should be interesting for a student. This is really good too. If the text is interesting for them, they what can I say? They it will motivate them to learn because it's really interesting, right? And the text must be related to the student's proficiency. If you teach student in grade, uh, the A or A1 or A2 proficiency, you probably use the B2 content to teach them because if the text is really easy for them, the student will get bored. You just need to challenge them because the young learner like something that challenging them, right? Okay, so this is a second step is modeling a text. The first one, teacher give an example to the student. Uh, teacher and student learn some English together by giving them an example and ask them the topics, what is the topic talking about. And the second, student and the teacher discuss about the text by modeling the grammar. Teacher and the student and teacher discuss about the grammar structure on this text and why are we use the present tense in the tense, tell the structure of the grammar. And the next one is the teacher teach the grammar that's related to the text. Yeah, if you teach the student present tense, you need to bring some text that related to present tense because it's it will connect together. If you teach in present tense but you bring the past simple tense, student will confuse and probably ask you why. So you are teaching present tense, why you bring the past simple tense? I don't know why. So yeah, be careful of that. And the next one is students learn vocabulary usage in a text. Vocabulary is about the remembering, right? You just there's no strategy to learn like grammar or anything. It's just about the remember. And the next one is, yeah, I already told that if the teacher teaches in present, then the text must be written in the present tense form. Yes, I already told you that. And practice. This is real important. Make sure your student understand everything in grammar that you are taught them. And the more you practice for this, and the more stronger student become. Okay, let's move to that. This example of the exercise, the simple tennis. Let's just let them practice. And this is writing. The topic is about the favorite food, and the teacher had to give the clear instruction to the student. What is your favorite food, and why do you choose that? The topic is favorite food, right? And why do you choose that? So student need to give an information why student choose that food. So the topic is about the favorite food is noodle. The red word are describing the transition word because it is essential for the writing skill, right? Is connect. The transition word is connect the sentence and the paragraphs together, and it is really important in writing skill. The next one is joint construction. Students have experimented in writing a text. 50 to 100 words would be great for beginner level. If you give them like 200 words, they will. What can I say? It's really hard for the low proficiency level. It's, if you provide them to like write 50 to 100 words, it would be great. And transition words must be thought in writing skill, like the first, second, third, however, because something like that. Probably you just teach them some most people use in daily life or in mostly essay, and the teacher give the positive feedback to the way to practice their writing. And in this point, you have to give the positive feedback, like I think it's wrong. You need to fix some things, but not the negative feedback. Just talk some things nicely to them, not what can I say? Just negative thought to them. And the last one is the independence construction of the text. It depends on you. You want student to work in a group or individually to write the text. But if you let student work in a group, it's really student we help each other. But if in the individually student will if each other, so student will help themselves. Is different benefit actually. And after student have learned previous steps, then order to write a text. You need to give him a text that interesting text to them or independently. It depends on you also. You wanna prohibit them or you wanna what can I say? Feel free about the text. It's about you. And the next is the teacher allowed them to use any tools available, such as dictionary sheet. And this really important you is really important too because if students are confused about themselves, they will gonna search some words in the dictionary and they will use that in writing and they will memorize it into their head. And when they are do some tests in the future or recruit in university, vocabulary that he used that they use on that time will help them. And the last one is feedback for the students. Yeah, so that's all my genre-based approach today. Thank you for listening. Yes. And I said, yeah, and I said in the beginning of the text, you need to make sure they understand the previous step of the genre approach. And if you're sure that students understand everything you have thought, I think they can, I think they can write. And the question from Manat Shai, have you ever used this approach before? No, I have never used that before. But maybe in the future, maybe, because it's really interesting for me. Where did you get take your lecture? Oh, the first one I get from the internet, and the writing sorry. And this text I wrote that by myself, and this one is I bring the from the internet. This is a source if you wanna look for it. Did you consider other aspect of the genre besides translation words? I think no, because it's too hard for them, like the low proficiencies. I think the basic transition word boost. Did you guys? Actually, I didn't consider that before. No, I start from the grammar first and decode the grammar structure and the grammar structure from the text and learn with them together. I think I don't have anything. If you have, it depends on the book in school. But I have never, like teach like fully in their school. I teach them like 1 hour and 2 hours. Functional. Oh, thank you very much, Mr. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce it. Thank you very much, Mr. Kim. Thank you very much. Yes, it's very great. Thank you very much.